What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about Fear the Walking Dead Season 3, discussion of the first part of Season 3, the mid-season finale. So obviously, spoiler warning if you're not up to date on the show, I don't want to ruin it for you. But those who are up to date on the show and who like to talk about it, here we go. Now, to me, Season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead is the best season so far, and it's getting better and better and better, and hopefully it continues with the second half of Season 3 and into Season 4. Now, that being said, it still has to do, things to keep our interest. Will we have new characters like we did for Season 3, which were nice? There was a nice, new, refreshing storyline. Jake, Alicia, Walker, Jeremiah, the Autos versus the Nation, and it was just cool. Now, can you trust Walker? Is he going to come back around? It made it seem like they were all good at the end of episode 8, but we'll see. I don't know if you can really trust Walker. Let me know your thoughts. Post your questions and comments below, guys, about it. I want to hear your input, that's for sure, about Fear the Walking Dead. Now, overall, I thought it was a good season. Hopefully they're building on something. It's still got a ways to go, but Madison, Nick, Alicia, Troy, I like the dynamic of Troy. Is he going to do something crazy? Madison and Troy, they have this mother-son connection where he listens to her. And now that Jeremiah's gone, will Troy go AWOL? Will Jake take over as the true leader? Will Troy be okay with that? We just don't know. Madison and Nick have to walk on eggshells because they killed Jeremiah. Is it going to come out in the second half? Is there going to be a problem with that? Because the ranch is ultimately great, and they don't want to leave that. Ophelia, what's going to happen with her? Not sure what's the deal with that. I would assume she's part of the Nation and Walker, so we'll see Walker and Ophelia and that group again, right? I mean, all that build-up for nothing would just be dumb. Walker, can you trust this guy? Does he have ulterior motives? Or is he okay now that Jeremiah is gone? Is there going to be connection between Madison and Walker, or is Troy not going to let that happen? I can't wait to find out, honestly. It comes back in September. Got to wait 2 months. But I like that they did show Jeremiah and Ophelia, and Jeremiah turned out to be this terrible human being, prejudiced, racist, whatever you want to call the guy. He just did not like brown people. And in this world, that's terrible. People are a resource. She's dying of thirst there, and he's like, all right, good luck to you. And that's terrible. Walker seemed like the better person than Jeremiah after we got to know the people, even though we saw Jeremiah first and we weren't sure about Walker. But I kind of started to like Walker more than Jeremiah because Jeremiah turned out to be terrible. Walker just wanted what was his and what was rightfully his. The whole thing with Alicia and Jake going to Walker and just seeing that Walker wasn't this terrible human being that the Autos thought he was. The whole thing with the anthrax, that was kind of crazy. I mean, Walker knew what he was doing. He knew he was putting anthrax in there, and only the strong would survive. And most people would die in there because he felt that they were weak. And we'll see what happens if Walker's going to eventually take over the ranch, or they have like a system like Alexandria and the Hilltop and the Kingdom do in The Walking Dead. What do you think of Nick's haircut? It looks kind of weird, The long hair was kind of growing on me on the character. I guess he's going to have short hair from now on, but, it's a minor detail by any means. Jake, Troy, Nick, Alicia, Madison, what's going to happen with that? I can't wait to find out. Strand. What's up with Strand? He finds Abigail, which is a 1 in a million shot. I mean, that the Abigail would be there. I would assume that. But either way, it's broken down. It was stuck. And I don't know why he torched it, but I guess they were saying on The Talking Dead that it was him letting go of the past. The harpoon gun was pretty cool. I like that. Him chilling on the boat with the Dom Perignon. I think it was a little far-fetched that he was talking to a Russian cosmonaut in outer space with his radio, but I guess there's no interference from other radios going on. Now, it wasn't the biggest action-packed mid-season finale, but there was more action in this season overall, the first half of the season, so it was pretty cool, and hopefully they build on that. There's more action, storylines, and everything going forward. Now, what do you think about Daniel? Do you think Daniel will meet Ophelia at the Nation with Walker and have kind of this set up weird thing, or does Daniel go off on his own storyline? I would assume that he has to meet up with Ophelia, right? Hopefully we find out in the second half of Season 3. The whole Jake scalping thing, that was a bit much. He had a big old gash in his head, and people were like, it's all right. That was a deep cut. That'd be pretty crazy in real life. I mean, come on now. Now, Jeremiah, good riddance, right? turned out to be a terrible human being, even though you kind of liked him. I know I did from parts of the season, and then you find out that he was a racist, prejudiced person against Native Americans and just anyone who wasn't on his team and really white, I would assume. And how about that whole storyline of Madison killing her father? Just crazy. So she's a killer, you know. We'll see. That's why I guess she has this weird, crazy look on her face all the time, no emotion. As she grew up with no emotion, she was able to kill her own father. That's crazy. Now, what do you think she's going to be going against Walker, or is there going to be new villains, new people that we meet in the second half of Season 3? So there you go, guys. Post your comments below what you liked about Season 3 so far, and what do you expect for the second half of Season 3. Check out my books on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Fight For Us series, books 1 and 2. We got new shirts going on our booster charity campaign. We got links to the books and the shirts in the description of our videos. Now, check me out on Instagram and Twitter at the PT channel. We post stuff every day. Stay up to date with the videos that we post. Check out the Walking Dead community on Facebook. We got a page and a group. All are welcome to join. And as always, guys, if you like this channel, like our videos, hit that subscribe button today. Join our team, Team PT. We can't do without you. Stay in the know by subscribing. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.